Get a big green light.
We're
Okay.
good.
Okay, I'd like to open the December 12th, 2024 Town of Baltimore Planning Board meeting at 7 p.m. Everyone please rise for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Stephen?
He is not here.
Oh, really?
We're looking for
Stephen Kiselev?
Kislev. Or I think,
No, this is in regard to
who was
lot line
coming for
adjustment.
him. Oh,
Oh, for Shell Park?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
he told me he texted me, said he was gonna be here, and I'm home.
yeah,
Jim,
Bone.
okay.
That's the other one, Bone.
And
I couldn't think of
I
it.
got the other part of it. I'm selling them the land. It's kind of like a interesting situation. When I bought the property, there was a little 0.8 acre piece of property with.
Hey, Jim, I know you're not authorized to speak on his behalf or anything, but maybe you could come up here and get you on the recording, so.
Yeah, he is
Which one to
actually,
get here?
right, I'm not sure so he is the owner of the property that Mr. Kislev is trying to buy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he's,
but it's
right,
really his. I mean, I'm just here to see what we need to do or
Right.
whatever.
I'm not sure, I
Well,
haven't had any information.
Do you have any maps or anything with you?
He does.
He was,
Oh,
okay.
he was supposed to have everything.
Because, I'm not really clear, I don't think anybody's really clear, what exactly, because I know it's right on the town line, which complicates things a little bit.
Yeah.
So the property that he's taken off of is in the town of Baltimore?
Just the access road and the electric line is buried in the road. It's like physically impossible to stay on the physical deeded right away. It's and for years, they had gone down across my property to access this property. And
So the property that he's looking for is coming off of your parcel,
off of my parcel, yes.
Which
And
is
then
which is in the town of Baltimore, correct?
that part is in town, Baltimore, yes.
One quick question is it in the Shelter Park Water District?
No.
Oh, it isn't? Okay, that
No.
helps.
It's up out of there.
Yeah.
So, it's really, I guess it doesn't call involved everybody's behalf on what's best for, what really happened is they put the trailer that's on my property, the garage is on my property, the well is on my property, the sewer is on my property,
Okay.
the living room, the bedroom are on my
Oh,
property.
my goodness.
So we just came up with an agreement I'll sell him a road back there, the road and the right of way for his utility, the electric. And, there's like 4 acres behind her that's in the town of Coxsackie.
Okay, but are we creating a non-conforming lot?
Well,
You know what I mean?
it's adding to his current lot in the town of Baltimore. Is that
Well, his
correct?
lot is all in the town of Coxsackie. It's giving him access.
So basically, we're creating a lot in the town of Baltimore, and it's non-conforming if it's under 2 acres.
How many acres is it?
What he's getting in the town of Baltimore.
What he's getting in the town of Baltimore wouldn't be 2 acres, no.
Maybe this is him.
And neither would my lot be, to be honest with you.
Yes, this
He's
is
got
him.
maps.
Okay. Come on
Man of
in.
the hour.
Man of the
There he
hour.
is.
We're already started.
They're talking about you, so.
Yeah. Come on up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're ready for you.
That was fun. Yeah, half 7 copies. For everyone. I can share.
Thanks.
Thank you.
One more. Here's the timelines. Yeah, so the
the situation is that I bought the small square in the middle, so that's my property. And then I also had the right of way going to the Skeller Park Road right here. That was, and there is a driveway there, and it was there for like 40 years or so. When we did the survey, apparently the driveway is not where the right of way is by deed, because nobody came out and did the measurement. So they thought that the lot is just like rectangular, but the lot has like a stone wall, and I have those like also like 7 copies. And then the stone wall is moving like more and more towards the next lot. So basically, in order to come to my lot, I have to cross my neighbor property. And I got very lucky with the neighbor, which Mr. Boyan, and he allowed me to like go there on the driveway that I have right now. But obviously, this is not a long-term solution. And we agreed with him that I will get the land where my driveway is from him, and like if there is a way to subdivide that strip, so I have a way to get to my lot and to get out. Because technically, right now, if we go by the deed description, I'm landlocked, because there is no way to come to my lot or go out, because again, as I said, the deed description of right of way goes through the rock and through like just like the forest. So there is no way to build like a new driveway there or anything. And obviously, like there is a driveway right now.
So even if you got this, doesn't look like it connects to your lot.
I will also agree that I will also get that lot, the back lot in Coxsackie.
Oh, so you
So
will get everything that's the light green?
Yes,
You will be getting this whole
Yes.
thing.
yes, and I went to Coxsackie Planning Board last week, and they said that they can do lead agency for the environmental board. Also, I don't know like what's the environmental thing here, but they obviously like, yeah, but they obviously said that like I still need to find a way to either like subdivide that strip or do it something else. I don't know what could be another solution. Maybe there is like an easier. I have a copy. So the orange line that you see, that's what my surveyor offered. So basically like that lot, then the Mr. Boyan lot will have like a straight rectangular lines instead of having like all this like wavy things. And again, it's not going to be a buildable lot. It's just a driveway. So, and again, like it's a piece of driveway and a lot of rocks.
How much acreage is in this whole green thing that you're gonna?
So the whole green thing gonna be around like 5 acres, I think, because my small square now is 0.85, and then I think the green one is around like 4 acres. The back green, the one in Coxsackie, the long one, and then the driveway, I think it's like 0.3 or like 0.4, like that small strip, because it's 30 feet in the front and then it's 70 feet in the back, because the lot on the tax map is like straight, but in reality it goes like more on the east, I think.
But basically because of the fact that you have the town line going through here, you're basically creating a lot in the town of Baltimore by doing that, aren't you? The way I'm looking at it?
I don't know, because if this whole thing was in New Baltimore, this would be called the flag lot, and we have rules on the width and stuff. So he has a flag lot here, but the back side of that flag lot's in Coxsackie, and the front half's in us. It's still gonna be one lot.
Yeah, but I still have to go through like both.
But you would say it's gonna be two lots, because
CBAs and
there's gonna
everything.
be two different tax numbers. So it's gonna be a separate lot, you're gonna
You
say?
can't have two, you can't have a different town, one tax map. Doesn't work like that, right?
Mhm.
But if you create this, then it's a basically a non-conforming lot. It's under 2 acres. You know what I'm saying?
But it's all gonna be joined in one lot, correct? It's all gonna be
One parcel,
consolidated
one property.
on one deed?
Yeah.
Except for the fact that the town line,
Does that make a difference with the deed?
I don't know.
I don't
I'm
think
just
so.
trying
If
to,
we stipulate why we're approving it,
Obviously, it didn't make a difference before.
Yeah, is it gonna make a difference now?
You know, I'm not trying to
Yeah.
complicate it, I'm
No,
just trying to, yeah.
because whoever sold this property sold it without ensuring they had access to it.
So they sold it, they, basically they thought that like, if there is a driveway there, and it was their, like, I think they built that like small lot, 70 something, 76, 5, whatever. So, and when they were putting it on sale, they thought that if there is a driveway, that's the driveway. And the deed says that there is a right of way of 25 feet. But the deed doesn't specify, when they created the description,
Mhm.
they thought that the lot looks like exactly like on the tax map, so it's like straight. And in reality, it's not straight, it's going more towards the east. So it's the right of way ends up being like way off the property.
Well, I think, how do we fix this so in the future, okay, if we add this easement to the .85, right, it's under 2
Nothing can be done to
acres.
it anyway.
Is that correct?
If we were to make a non-conforming lot, it's not like they could do anything with it like
Exactly.
ever again.
But we have to make it accessible. I think that's. an
How
issue.
wide is this here, did you say?
So in front, it's 30 feet,
50 feet is not,
and then in the back, it's 70.
isn't it supposed to be 50?
40.
Is it 40?
So,
Is that what it is for flag lots?
I think it's 40 foot
You have
on
to
road.
40, yeah.
Not saying you can't get a variance. Send it to ZBA
yeah,
and have them say, yeah,
that we can go with
You're
it.
gonna join this all under one deed,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, correct.
That makes sense to me.
how big is James Bones lot gonna be when it's done?
So the right now, like the surveyors are trying to find the the town line, because there is no exact description where the timeline goes. And then the deed description right now calls for one big lot, I think it's 1,455 feet from the Skeller Park Rock all the way down south to the southern point, like this one. So from
I'm
here-
asking just how big this lot's gonna be when it's done, after we take this off of.
Are we making that less than 2 acres?
Yes.
Yes, it's gonna be less than 2, but we don't know like what's gonna be the size, because right now, there is no description where those lights separates. There is a line on the tax map, but there is no description where it is. So right now in the deed, it's just like from here all the way till here. So my surveyor right now is trying to find, like, they found like 2 monuments in other neighboring lots where the town line is. But now they try to connect it through like GPS to find the line between the towns.
I think what Bobby was getting at is by doing this, we're creating a non-conforming lot because it's less than 2 acres.
2 non-conforming lots.
Yeah.
If it's true that that's less than.
Not if it's all one lot.
No,
joined
this,
together.
No.
he brought
The
up
front
the
lot
other
that's
lot.
left, Lee, that piece that's left.
Oh, you mean the piece
But
of
if we
land.
don't create the one conforming lot, he doesn't have access to his property.
It's only 1.7 now.
Which one?
The,
Oh, Bones.
in
lot.
Bohm's entire lot is 1.7 now, at least that's what it's taxed at.
I mean, we had another project like this
And that's agricultural residential.
where they,
You find that out in here.
wasn't in the
You won't.
hamlet where we had they needed to get access. Remember that one lot? Yeah, we had to make a decision so that they would have access
Yeah.
to something they did years ago.
Um,
I can't remember.
so does, Jim, there's a house on this lot out front, huh? On Jelly
Yeah,
Park?
they got a house there.
And it's not in the water district.
No.
Well, that's a help anyway.
Well, not really, because if they had water, it doesn't matter if they're 2 acres.
That's right, you're right, yeah.
But they already have their well. So both sites have the well. I mean, you're living there. You have well, you have septic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when we look at the new project, we're looking at 2 acres in a conforming lot because down the road, you're going to be putting those things in. So, I mean, this is a fix-it. This was not done properly
In the beginning, yeah.
in the beginning.
But it doesn't matter that the house is already there or the well is already there.
Well, it matters that this man needs to get to his
No,
property.
yeah.
So in order to have him get to his property, what options do we have here?
Right.
I think, it's like a catch-22.
Yeah, yeah,
So-
how'd you word that mess that we were into last winter, I forget, Bobby, taking a bad thing and took.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. It seems like these kind of situations have occurred in the past.
But at least then this whole thing will be one lot.
Yes,
Including the small piece that you own now.
yes. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be like absorbed basically into the big lot.
Now, I have a question. This is all, part of this one lot you're gonna have, it's gonna be in the town of New Baltimore, right?
The what? Sorry?
That's all.
This-
It's all Coxsackie,
It's all Cooksaki,
except that
So
strip.
this turns
Except that.
Yeah.
Where's this?
So when I was in Coxsackie for the planning board last week, so they said that they have no issue with like the big lot in the back, because obviously they will do, it's not like merging, how it's called, like there is like a legal name for that, so when like the big lot absorbs the small one.
Right.
But they still said that the driveway gonna be in New Baltimore with a separate tax number, and
Correct.
so I still have to pay tax on the driveway.
So this
Here.
0.3 acres.
Yeah.
Is going to be the only thing in the town of Baltimore based on this, right?
Yes,
Correct?
yes. That's correct,
And you cannot access your property without that.
correct. I mean, I can trespass through my
Well,
neighbor, through my neighbor's land, but
Don't get Jim mad.
You don't own a
Yeah.
helicopter, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
unfortunately, yeah.
okay, so,
And it's like 500 feet, so that's a good jump.
It's, not, nothing's gonna be correct, it's just gonna,
yeah, it's just gonna make it not
livable.
accessible.
Yeah.
Mhm. So we really have two pieces of property here that will be non-conforming as a result of this
But
road.
this lot is already non-conforming, I believe,
And it
right?
will be more non.
Now, which one are you pointing at?
The Jim's lot on Sheller Park
Yeah,
Road,
because it's
that's,
only at least this says it's 1.7.
okay,
Okay,
so it's not like we're creating a non-conforming lot.
We're creating a more non-conforming.
We're
Yeah.
not-
Can I ask about the property lines here? It says stone wall property line called out, which is clearly going at an angle. But on this map here, and even on the tax map, it's going straight.
Correct.
What's going on there? I mean, this here is Eric Schultz's property. Which one's accurate?
The survey, accurate.
This
Yeah,
one's accurate?
I paid like a lot for it, yeah, it's accurate. I still remember the
So this
invoice
line here though shows going this way.
for that stone wall.
You're gonna get more property, I think.
Huh?
When it's said and done, you're gonna have more property than you think, I think.
Well, I don't follow though,
So,
because I mean, look at,
They
we're
still,
here
they
and
still-
here.
no,
This is going straight back.
Yeah.
So if I went straight back,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but
who's getting this?
he is, because that's where his house is. I mean,
This is inaccurate.
This doesn't represent.
I mean, if you look at the tax map, all the parcels are just rectangulars,
Okay,
and none of them are rectangular.
so this isn't an accurate one. This is
so right now, your
when does that
house,
get updated?
part of your house
probably.
and your septic area and garage are on someone else's property?
On Mr. Bond's
Okay,
property.
Correct. yeah.
That's why we agreed that I'm also acquiring like the back
Right.
lot,
Okay,
because that will fix the issue that my garage and septic is not where it's supposed to be. And again, like I believe
There's
that
the garage.
when they did like the deed description and put the house over there and everything,
Mhm.
nobody just checked like all the dimensions and how it goes there. They just put it there and they thought that like in the deed there is some kind of description. And again, like when I was buying it, I did the title insurance and everything, but it was no survey in place, and all the title insurances, they have an exception that if there is no
Yeah.
registered survey,
Mhm.
title insurance doesn't do anything.
yes.
It doesn't matter, like, and
You should never buy it.
I mean-
All right. Okay, and Eric Schultz, all right.
So do we want to push the flag lot thing or, because basically it's creating a flag lot
Mhm.
and our flag lot,
Whether that's.
Well, the only thing for.
Calls
we're also-
for a
we're
40
two
foot,
non-conforming things, size lot, and
unless they can change that slightly.
I think it. I
How,
think your
how
best
wide
bet's
is this
go
supposed
ZBA
to
and
be
say it's
now?
for variance.
Oh, sorry.
I think the best option is to go to ZBA and just ask for a variance.
Yeah, I agree, because otherwise, we really have no authority to do this.
No.
Can I propose one other thing? If they're gonna
Go
go for that, why don't they just widen this by 10 feet at the end to make that wide enough entrance?
Might not have to.
No,
If
just,
they grant them variance,
Well,
they say, you know what, that's okay.
here's the dilemma. By doing this, we're creating what they call a flag lot, got a narrow thing coming to a lot in the back. And our zoning ordinance calls for 40 feet where it meets the road. And you're, I believe, 30.
Yeah, because we
So
calculate,
would you want to change that by 10 feet, or would you?
It's, I could tell you, I know, but I've been there, it's probably only 30 feet off the road and it's 40 feet wide. You know what I mean? It's not,
It does this.
it is quick.
Would it be agreeable to both of you to just make that little change?
That's what has to happen.
I think it would save you a step,
Yeah.
and then we could just do the lot line adjustment.
Mhm.
we can fix one thing.
It's a situation.
It is not gonna be a-
Everybody to decide what,
Yeah.
I don't know, is it a lot line adjustment or is this a subdivision? Because,
Well, for us, it's not, why would it be a subdivision for us?
Because one of these people does not own land in
No,
the town.
it's definitely a
of
subdivision. We're
Baltimore.
creating two properties.
well, the lot line goes this way.
Well, the lot
not this
line
way.
also creates two properties.
Well, no, usually it takes it from
No,
one
the
and
lot line
another.
adjustment is to adjust the line, not to
Well, aren't we
create a
taking
separate lot.
from
Right.
Mr. Bones' property?
Yeah, it has to be a subdivision.
We're taking from Mr. Bohm's property and creating an entirely different property.
Right, that's a
In
subdivision.
another town. So I think we just gotta overlook the town line, I guess, maybe?
No,
You
no,
just
we're
gotta
not.
ignore the whole thing.
Wait.
It doesn't matter past here for other
That's
purposes.
right, yeah.
We
We're
should just
talking
look at
about
this
the-
and basically we're making two non-conforming lots.
so my
There's right
zoning,
now one non-conforming lot. We're gonna make two non-conforming lots. Cause that's only 1.7 acres right now.
no, it's not. That lot is 6 acres or whatever, 7 acres.
No, we're not thinking about the other
No, the
town.
new
We
lot.
can't.
Oh,
We
okay.
can only think about this property, which is coming up at least on the
In-
the tax map is 1.7 acres is your property in the front there.
Oh,
the
Shannon
town
Park
of
Road.
Or in New Baltimore.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Right. But
That
that's
is a
the
parcel on its own.
right, okay, but it's a tax map thing,
Yeah.
not so much of.
Still gonna join
size.
to-
It doesn't matter what, if it's a lot, if you have 100 acres and it's only a quarter of an acre in your town, it's a conforming lot. It's a 100-acre lot, just
Oh.
because only quarter acres in your town, that doesn't seem like that's
Oh.
correct.
It is non-conforming though.
Oh, so this is all part of a larger
Yeah,
parcel?
but He's selling all this. Now it's gonna get
Well,
reduced.
I mean, it's
too.
listed as two different tax map numbers,
Yeah.
4329 and 482. So it's technically two properties, but what is this just indicates that what?
It's one property.
That it's one property.
Yeah, right now this is all
So it's
James.
deeded as one property.
All this is all James right here. So
Yeah, no, I understand it.
So-
That means it's deeded as one property?
I believe so, yes.
so right now it's deeded at one. And that's why there is an issue right now to find the town line, because in the deed description, it just says like from Skelly
So-
Park all the
So
way.
we are creating a non-conforming parcel.
Well, what would make it conform 2 acres?
Yeah.
I mean, because it would just make it weird, but I mean, like, there is land. I could go towards his building and still leave him access and everything and make it, and probably sneak in another 3/10 of an acre.
But
Not
it's
in
not
the
gonna
town.
be, it's not
But
gonna
it's not gonna be in the
Baltimore.
town,
Yeah.
Right.
but yet you would have a conforming lot unless.
Yeah.
Without the lot.
Yes,
Well, to simplify
No.
things, I'm okay with it going to the ZBA and doing what we
but the
said.
ZBA is gonna be asking the same questions we are.
Well, yeah,
Because part of the non-conforming or conforming lot, part of it's in New Baltimore, and part of it's in Coxsackie.
well, are we considering the tax map or are we considering
How
the
much
deed.
property is going to be in the town of New Baltimore?
1.7 right now is in New Baltimore.
Exactly, but, Mr. Bone saying that he could add on to that,
Not in
No,
New Baltimore.
but not in New Baltimore. So no matter what they do here, we still have the same issue.
Yeah.
So
It's,
it has to go to the zoning board.
correct, I think.
That's probably the
I
cleanest.
think it needs to go to our lawyer. town's attorney.
Well,
I don't-
you know, it seems like,
Anything that the ZBA wouldn't approve it, do you think they would have a problem?
I
Well,
think they would approve it.
ultimately, this needs to be done,
it
period.
has to be done,
That's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think they
Why
would
are we-
approve it.
And
Yeah, exactly.
ultimately, I think everybody's, will get it done. We're trying to figure out the best way to break the least amount of rules in the process.
Exactly, yeah. Well, if the town attorney says we can do this, then we don't have to go to the ZBA.
Just, it'd be nice,
Uh,
it'd be nice if we just do it as a lot line. But,
No, it's
But it doesn't
not a
border
lot.
him, doesn't border him at all,
yeah,
not yet.
But you still really don't have confirmation where the town lines are.
I mean, they're working on it already like for a month. And today I was there in the office and they said that they found 2 monuments, but they need 3. Because like if it's 2 monuments, they can be like on the angle, one
Yeah.
like against another.
Mhm.
And then basically the town line like shifts like a lot.
But is it really dramatically going to change the amount of land we're talking about here? In
Not,
each
not,
town? Probably
not dramatical,
No.
but for the registered survey,
Yeah.
as they're like licensed surveyors,
Right.
they
Yeah.
have to have a specific measurements. They
Yeah.
can, what they explain it, they cannot say that like town line is approximately here
Yeah.
and the lot, because when they create like so basically for the GBA, for the attorney, they need to, and for subdivision, they need to give me like 2 separate surveys. One of the newly created lot of the like strip with the driveway, and then another is like newly created lot for my neighbor. And in order to do that, they need to know that distance from Skeller Park Road to the town line.
Mhm.
And then either it will align with the tax map or not.
Mhm.
I mean, that's gonna be like a survey based on like the deed descriptions and
Well,
everything, but
you-
they don't know yet now, like
Okay,
what is.
so this non-conforming lot that's going to be his driveway will have its own separate deed from the rest of the property in Coxsackie.
No, right? It'll be
Well,
all
why,
on
how
one
can
deed.
you tax him?
it'd be all
The
on
deed
me,
is-
but it'll
the
be.
deed
The
doesn't-
deed will
is the
be
deed,
one piece.
But the tax.
Yeah,
parcel
he's got 2
would be-
different tax IDs now.
Well, I mean, I have properties that cross the town lines, or the
I
county line,
understand,
and they're,
yes, and it's one deed, but in the deed, then there's going to have to be an
The tax
explanation.
map, the tax map will be different.
Right, but in the deed, you have to have an
Yeah, then they
explanation that
do.
this road is, this
In our,
non-conforming lot in the town of New Baltimore is providing access to his property in Coxsackie.
nobody could build on it anyway, so.
Well, yeah, but he still needs that on that deed because he'll never be able to sell this property because it's landlocked. So that deed has to have,
Apparently not deed waters.
well, now,
I mean, it's a nice driveway there.
yeah,
I used it.
but you have to connect this
did your deed have
somehow.
an easement?
Huh?
Was there an easement for this?
It was a right of way. In the deed description, there is a right of way 25 feet wide from the Skeller Park Road to the house. And it has a description where it goes like from the border of the lot.
Uh-huh,
But when they did the survey, because the lot is going so much to the east,
yeah,
the,
they're way out here,
everything shifts.
there.
And then the right of way never connects to my lot as a result of that.
No,
I'm laughing.
It's over
not
here.
funny. Yeah,
yeah.
so that has to, in the deed, it has to explain what's going on here.
Well, that's
sure.
for our attorney to review.
Well, yes,
That's
but,
the paper.
so you know that you want your attorney in your deed to make sure he identifies the different towns and the fact that the size of your access road.
Yes.
So there's no questions after
But-
this
but-
all gets done.
Yeah, but it will be a registered survey already on file for the newly created driveway lot. So it's like the exact line descriptions and everything.
Yeah, but you still want it in your deed.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
of course. But I mean, like nobody, after that, like after the survey, nobody would like guess like where it goes and like how
You
wide
could
it is.
still have a problem if it's not in your deed.
Oh, no, I
Okay.
understand.
That's why I'm emphasizing that here, because there's been cases, we've had projects
Well,
that,
looking at this, I don't know as though you could create a 2-acre parcel out there. You know,
I'm not talking about,
no, but if
Oh,
Jim
yeah.
was agreeable to changing it so that,
yeah, but then you can't because it's over the Coxsackie line, it's over the New Baltimore line. That's what, he can make it, add more property to his
yeah,
lot, but it would be in the town of Coxsackie, the additional acreage, right?
yeah, but then it's a conforming lot, even though it isn't in you know,
Yeah,
all in
well-
our town.
Well, is it?
There we go. That's, you know what, maybe we gotta approach this two ways.
Yeah, I think we should ask the
Send
lawyer.
send it to the ZBA
Yeah,
and send it to attorney, and I'll spend a half hour on the phone trying to have her figure out what's going on.
yeah, I think that's a great idea, because then if we can work something
Not
else
to
out
put
for
you
you.
off, but we're just trying
Yeah.
to figure out how many rules we can not break, you know?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
see, I see.
What's the easiest way for you to achieve what you want to get? That's what we're trying to figure
So,
out.
so my idea with like my neighbor, Mr. Boyan, was that we're just trying to fix it permanently.
Yeah,
Right.
So there is no like easements, right of ways and all of that stuff that like in the future can create like an
Yes.
issue
One
for
clean
like
parcel.
for both of us.
Yeah.
So we came out with an idea that like subdivision and just like getting the driveway as a separate lot is the easiest and like clear way
Yes,
how to do
it's
it,
clean.
rather than to create like descriptions and like
Mhm.
easements and like anything else. So for us, that's
And
why,
that's good.
that's why I went ahead with like the, with the
We just
service.
have to figure out how we can legally do it.
Can I throw a monkey wrench in here? I just wanted to look up what the definition of lot is.
Okay.
And a lot is a parcel of land designated by whose boundaries are established by some legal instruments such as a recorded deed or map. So if the map shows it's a lot, if the deed shows it's a lot, is it a non-conforming lot?
well, according to our.
Forget tax maps, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Well, according to the,
if we're saying what a lot is.
According to the
Or
code, though,
our
they have
zoning, yeah.
identified a certain amount of space as a lot. And if it doesn't meet that
Conforming
requirement,
lot, that
yeah,
is.
But the lot is not designated by the tax map, or is it designated by the deed?
That's
or-
right,
It gets that-
that's right.
that's why it should be both the same.
Well, like I say, if we
the
can,
county can answer, the county planning.
I think,
doubt it.
sorry, what's that?
I don't know if the county planning board could answer this question, like if it's something that needs,
Is there a county planning board in
there used to be.
Yeah, there used to be, I don't even know if it exists anymore.
there?
They usually come back with not applicable or something like that. They're very constructive.
Yeah.
Well, not to hold you up, but if we could, let our town attorney weigh in on it, maybe she has some, I mean, we keep coming up with these weird things that she hasn't even seen before.
I know.
We were looking at that thing down on rail tracks
Well-
last year.
Oh, yeah.
But what an attorney can say.
He doesn't
like,
border.
like you can go
James
ahead
in
and
the
do it,
Baltimore.
or what? So the
So lot
attorney
line
can do
adjustments
it
out.
without the ZBA?
Maybe.
Well, then,
So there is
they're looking to do
a way
subdivision.
to do
We
it.
don't know. We're gonna ask
How
for
about
it.
Oh,
two
okay.
variances? One for the subdivision, one for the undersized flag lot.
And what's the flag?
Well, no, it's not gonna be, what we got?
I'm just saying, that's the definition.
And what's the flag lot?
Parcel.
That's your drive.
Here, wait for a second, let me show,
Oh,
let-
it's just shape, oh, okay, okay.
here,
I thought there is a
come
little
here for a
description
second.
of a flag lot.
Let me show you this. I mean, it kind of self-explanatory if you look at it. You have a narrow strip.
Yeah.
Coming back to a lot in the back. They call that a flag lot. But our code says where it comes off the road, we're supposed to have 40 feet of,
Oh, for the
minimum.
Fire
And-
trucks
and
and
they
all of
said
that stuff.
You said you could do that 40 feet.
I mean, if it's like required, then like they'll find a way.
Because it's
yeah.
only a small section anyway, right?
Yeah.
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 So that
Yeah.
issue's okay.
Yeah.
That's fixed.
I can see how too, by looking at the tax map, if you follow that line, the right of way, it never actually meets up with your land
Yeah,
in the back.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you're buying all that property, which will join it.
Correct.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, like if, so basically like buying that back lot in Coxsackie and
Yeah.
subdividing the strip for the driveway will fix like all those issues. And, like,
You're good.
Can we keep one copy of this?
you can keep all of them.
Oh, could be.
I can print more.
So what are we doing? Are we going to ask a lawyer? And then are we also sending to ZBA simultaneously?
I think, like Bobby said, we're creating, or somebody said, we're creating a
Well, it's already in for New Baltimore.
if you look at
If we don't look at this here,
Yes.
it's now already.
his property doesn't touch James's property, so there's no lot line adjustments gonna be had. This, we're gonna be subdividing James's property into two lots, pretty much what they're drawn here. But because they're non-conforming, we have to send it to the ZBA to get permission to do that. And And you'll be going to ZBA saying, they're non-conforming lots, but we need it for the purpose of creating access to my property.
Okay.
And I really don't see them saying no.
No.
Yeah,
But
they're
they're just gonna give
So
us
we
permission
really need
to
to-
go ahead with the
Well,
subdivision.
I think we ought to already weigh in on it anyway.
Okay.
Maybe she's got some.
And also the solid
Yeah.
frontage on Sheldon Park Road.
That's up to ZBA.
Right. So
That's
there's
not up to
two
us.
variances, basically.
They-
But
yeah.
they said they could, Jim said he'd probably be
Oh,
agreeable
yeah,
to
if he wants
change
to
that
do
last little
that.
bit.
If they make them do it, but then I'd say, you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it at 30.
Okay.
They're non-conforming.
I know, but the thing is, the lot doesn't exist yet. So I could understand if it was two pieces and we were widening it, it's not two lots yet. It
Right.
doesn't exist, so
Yeah.
it doesn't hurt to make it 40, because it's not like it already exists, it
Okay.
doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
True, yeah.
They're making it exist newly.
That'd be their decision.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So when you go to the ZBA, what we're saying is that your driveway has to be 40 foot wide.
Yeah.
And then they're going to give you approval for 2 lots, your driveway lot and your lot, that aren't gonna be 2 acres. So that's why you're going to them.
Okay. Should I have already like the surveys done when I go there, or I still can go with that like draft and then make the survey when we will proceed with the subdivision?
I wouldn't put nailing down stone till you get all.
Yeah.
Let
Don't
them
waste
tell
the
you what
money,
you need,
get
and then
everything
when he
approved.
comes back to us, then
Yeah.
he'll come
Oh,
And
up.
they
then-
already took deposit. So.
If for some strange reason that the town line ends up going through your property,
Yeah.
then you could do a lot line adjustment. Because you guys would share lot property in town
Yeah.
of Baltimore.
Yeah. I mean, nobody knows where the town line is anyway. It's just like,
Well, the guy who drew this square didn't know where it was either.
yeah. I
That
mean,
big oak tree guy, you can't find it.
Yeah, I know it.
okay.
Okay, so
Well, we'll tell you what, if you want, then we'll just keep these and send them to ZBA.
Create a file for you.
Thanks so much.
And I'll call Bill Walkie, tell him to get them.
You can take these.
So much
No,
money.
right here, this line here comes through here.
It hits the town, right, it's the town line.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then.
But after the ZBA
Right.
still have to come to planning for the final planning?
you have to go to ZBA, they approve you, then you come back to us again.
You have to you have to submit an application for a subdivision.
Okay.
Similar?
Well,
April,
Which April will do.
I am also that, yeah.
But is it gonna be also like a public hearing and all of that and all
Yeah,
of
we have
that?
to.
We could waive it.
yes, we can waive it.
Oh, thank you.
We could discuss that at the time.
yeah.
No, it's just like if it's a public hearing, then it's another month and then another month. and then
Yeah,
another
yeah, I'm
month.
sorry, it is holding you up.
Yeah.
It's kind of
But
holding
the
you up.
property's not going anywhere.
No, it's there, it's there. Perfect, thank you.
Okay, thanks, guys, for coming in.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, they can cut it up anyway.
I wrote on mine.
Oh, it's okay, I'll take Michelle, she can put it up here.
Well, here, we got a couple of them, so we'll, like I said, the ZBA is gonna need to see them. Yeah. So, whatever ones we got, put them on the file there.
Here, I wrote up the 40 foot on there for the driveway too.
Okay. I'll share all this with Bill and everybody else, give them the rundown.
But I really need to get a copy to the lawyer.
Okay.
I tell you, we're trying to explain that over the phone.
I know.
Like I say, that's kind of like that
You
mess we
really-
had down along rail track last winter, remember that? When they were, when the power company was coming up through,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
had already created, there was already landlocked parcels,
Yeah.
and now we added to it.
So we had no
Doubling
choice.
down on stupid.
That's it. Doubling down on stupid, I love that.
A lot of these types of projects were grandfathered in. I mean,
Yeah.
grandfathered, I'm using that terminology, but
Okay, guys, for the Kima project.
Good evening, hello.
You with Nolan?
Yes, I'm Rich Nolan.
Oh, you're Rich, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's been quite some time since I think someone's been here. I think the last person that may have presented was Jason from our office, who was an architect.
Yeah.
He's no longer with us, on good terms, but, and my other architect is doing another planning board meeting in another town, so I'm here today to bring this one back on track, since it's been a while since we've been here.
Like 2022.
Was that long? Okay.
I looked it up.
I can set it up, I don't know if you have copies in front of you or not.
Do we have copies?
We should have copies of it. What were you talking about this, memorandum from Creighton Manning? You
Yeah.
talked about paperwork?
Oh, yeah, so I was gonna start there with just the background. We did, you guys submitted it to Creighton Manning. They sent us, two, comment rounds, two separate reports, approximately a week apart. We did respond to all those comments, on September 30th of this year. Then there was a slight holdup, so we have not heard back from them yet.
Well, you got a copy of the latest one dated December 6th, correct? We have one
Oh, that was
from Skip.
just last week? Oh, no, I didn't.
Oh, really?
No.
I thought you guys were,
Yeah.
no, I thought
Send it to me.
you and,
Well.
Skip were,
Okay.
okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
You're
I mean,
kinda-
I wouldn't have had time probably to do them in
Okay.
6 days
Well,
anyway.
what I
so-
had in mind was going through this, the most recent one from him,
Oh, okay.
because that brings us up to speed as to where they are with the review and so on and so forth. So I'd like to just start by going through that.
Absolutely.
Um, um, Probably one of the first things, was where are you at with the property? Because originally they were going to, aside from buying both parcels, they were going to combine them.
Right, so we have, Mr. Chima's here. He has purchased the properties, and then, they're going to be combined, I believe. And we did send a surveyor out there to do that map, and I thought that was actually a comment from one of the other letters where we had said that we have a surveyor on top of that to draft the new deed and, draw the new survey for that. I'd have to go back and look at my other.
So you own also the parcel from Brant?
Yes.
Oh, you do? Okay,
Both property we closed on.
I'm sorry, what's that?
We closed on the both properties.
Okay,
So,
I know you did the one with Pete Bory, but I wasn't
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, we did the other one too.
I think it was like October.
is that the
Yeah.
property with
October.
all
Early
the
October is when
improvements?
I closed on that.
Is that the Grant property with all the site improvements?
Yeah.
Well, it's a Brant part, it has that septic system, which is kind of in the middle of things, I don't know why.
Okay,
Yeah, looking back at the last comment response, we did send a survey from the surveyor showing that property line.
Yeah, but it didn't show that.
Right, we saw it in my office and it was dotted, but it didn't say it was
We have,
dissolved or anything.
basically, I think what we're looking for is to see a deed that shows that it is removed, so it doesn't complicate it. I mean, once that's removed, they would probably just assign that one tax parcel, correct, I would think? I don't know how they handle that.
The sale just went through October 30th of this year, so I don't know how long it takes them to catch up with that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Do you happen to have an update from the surveyor?
I think I did it.
Yeah, okay, well, we'll definitely find that out for you and transfer.
No, but it was my impression that the final deed was gonna reflect that they were both, they were one parcel.
That's the goal, I believe, and I'll.
Yeah, that's what it
But
is.
yeah, at this point, that hasn't been done.
I'm not sure, but as far I know, he was saying that he's getting done, but I don't know he did it or not.
Okay.
The last time I spoke to him, he said he's getting this done.
So it would be either done or in process, and
Okay.
either way, we would, give you that information to prove that that was done.
44.
Hey, I'm on the second page here. I'm just kind of going
Sure.
through what, you've been in touch with Skip or one of the engineers from Creighton Manning.
I have on the previous two, not since December 6th.
Okay, well, if you don't mind, we just go through this
Yeah.
most recent one?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. So that's in the process. Engineers report in the water. Now, the waters come from one of those wells that, Bill Brandt did in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm trying to remember, was there two wells there or did you do two? Because one of the wells was assigned to that project where he was gonna do for the, elderly,
The seniors.
seniors project.
Yes, that's true.
And that line I know was all into the building and everything.
So he actually stopped in our office last week. We had a good, discussion with him. Yeah, he was in Florida and he came in. What he claims that there's plenty of water, but it's a low yielding well. So we do have a sewer and water report. I think we claim that we need 1,000 gallons a day.
I saw it.
So
I read it.
we propose to have a 1,000 gallon storage tank to grab that water slowly over a whole day, if you will. So we don't have a peak demand on a system that fights his water usage
Collected on
needs.
slow days, so on high need days, they'll do that.
Okay, but, so, suppose down the road, somebody comes in on that parcel that's there, and, is there 2 wells on that?
Until that, I'd have to, unless you happen to know, I'd have to get that information from him. I'm not sure how many wells he has on his property there, but I can find that out. And
I don't know, I was in on that project, and
Okay.
I'm thinking there might be 2 wells, but we need to establish that, because, if, anything ever did come back to life on that project down the road,
so I can find out how many wells and perhaps what they yield,
well, that's, I believe, what
he's asking for.
what they're looking for. I don't know what you've read in this, previous, he had some of the stuff in some of his previous reports.
Okay.
Rob, do you know if those wells were near each other or are they?
It's been so long since I worked on that. I'm thinking they were reasonably close to each other.
I think they were too, because I remember looking at the maps.
For one well, we ran the line into the building. He has a building back there. It was for water storage, because if he went ahead with his project for the fire, retention, he had big tanks in there. So you wouldn't be using any of that building? You would just be, going right from the well?
Yes, we're gonna tap into the well line and pump that into our storage tanks, like through an orifice that does like 1 GPM. And, you store it up, and then, when people flush toilets and stuff, it just comes from your tank.
Okay, I'm kind of thinking maybe that's what Skip's getting at here, is we need to have this stuff pinned down, so that at least, he's comfortable with it.
Yeah, so we need to prove that the well that's existing is enough capacity, obviously, to service what he has there now, plus what we're proposing to do. And then hopefully some margin beyond that for future development or
I
whatever.
believe Claverack Pump
Okay,
Service did the wells,
okay.
and they could test them for you. You can see what the,
Mhm.
flow rate is and static level.
And a lot of people do that right after they install it, they'll run a test, so that might be on file.
I would think it should be, because they have the fire suppressant.
what you're worried about, that other project doesn't exist. There's
At
only
this
one
point.
project in front of us, and that's them.
Right.
So if you're worried about the well
But
serving both projects,
But it isn't,
there's only one project.
but I know, but it isn't on,
Is it on their property, the well?
No,
Okay, then I think
How
that's
can
an
you tap
issue.
from a well that's not on their property?
You got an easement.
Oh, I mean, we've shared water from different properties running through private property and stuff. Yeah, an easement, I believe there is. You can pull up the drawing. It does show where the line is and where we're tapping into it. But,
Well, the engineers wants to, confirmation of fire suppression systems, is there enough water and
Do you have a-
pressure, all of those things.
ours won't require a
Fire
fire percent,
Oh, it doesn't?
suppression. No,
You're
given
sure
that
it
it's,
doesn't have sprinklers?
the square footage and its ground level is not required.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you gotta go over like 12,000 square feet, I think is the number.
I don't think there's any of these stewards.
Yeah. Then that's good.
Yeah, because that would have need a lot of
Yeah.
storage, Do you have any maps at this point showing, the easement and stuff? Be nice to see it, you know.
I mean, we provided,
Yeah.
obviously, this-
Huh?
Have it on.
Give me a full size map.
So I didn't.
You can bring it right up here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I figured.
They come in.
Let's see what's. What is that labeled there?
Existing purpose, utility easement,
Okay.
water supply from well.
And I know there's another page or two that shows where we, roughly where we're connecting into that.
So are your plans to rip out this old septic?
No, that's been actually, there's a speedies permit for that, 5,000 gallons a day. It's been approved.
So that
And we
isn't gonna be
recent-
in the way of your development?
No, I got it. We have it shown over there.
No. Where is it? Oh, here it is, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking this was more that way.
Where is this 1,000 gallons water storage gonna be up here?
And that'll be inside the building.
Okay.
So we'll have to update the floor plan, which we have a sample one to show you, to show
And the
that.
septic system? What-
Here's the septic system, existing septic system. The
Okay.
one that was put in here in the back. So that has a speedies discharge, huh?
Yeah, it comes out, you could, not that I would, but you could
Yeah.
drink it apparently. That's how clean it's gonna come out. There's aeration. It goes through a series of tanks. There's obviously a grease trap, and there's aeration tanks, and then these huge sand filters, and it comes out clean.
So that goes right through your retention pond, huh?
There's another plan in here. It shows the elevations and stuff, stormwater.
What is this part here? This,
Stormwater
And it
pond?
Is
looks
this
like
for
a culvert.
stormwater?
There is a separate stormwater sheet or two in this set.
okay.
So the only thing for water and sewer that is not on the property you own is the well.
The well, is right, yes, and the sewer discharges, I believe, to,
Are these the wells? Where are the,
That's-
where is the well?
Back up.
The well is down almost along the freeway.
The wells, the water's all down here and the septic lines. He's got easement for the water and for the septic discharge going that way.
But that's way down in here.
Right, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's listed right here.
Huh?
Existing purposes, easement,
Yeah,
utility easements.
well, yeah, well, I'm just saying the well is
Oh,
way
down
down,
further.
it's down on the freeway.
Possibly on here, you guys are obviously more familiar than I am, but, so here's, the two sites, and then there's the easement.
Wells are down
The
here.
wells are over there.
Wow.
It's considerable distance.
And they can pump up to your site.
I'm sure they can. Bigger pump.
So again, the well is the only thing not on the parcels you purchased.
Yes, the septic system's on our property that we purchased, the well
And the
is not.
discharge of the septic
And the
system.
discharge, some of the piping is, but then it runs off the property.
Then that's
Through the
an
easement,
easement.
yes, through the easement.
So you're gonna be responsible for, doing all the paving, et cetera, on this, entrance. then, huh?
Yeah, right, yep.
See what else I got here.
Have you talked to the dental clinic people?
I have not, have you talked to the dental, no, regarding just like what we're trying to do here, or?
Were you planning on paving up to their blacktop or were they kicking in, coming over a little? Where's this easement right here? I mean, somebody's gotta make this physical connection.
Yeah, this is still a lawn here, I think.
Or about taking out their entrance and, are they aware that this is happening?
I don't know if we talked to Don, no, we have not, no, okay.
Back when this originally happened, they were all on board with it, whether that's changed or not.
Sure, yeah, but that was like, when, like 10
20.
years ago?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. It's 2019 was,
I think it was the first year I was on them.
Yeah, because they were,
in 20, they had,
The documents I saw today go back to 2015.
yeah,
Oh,
We approved it 2017.
17.
Yeah.
No,
it says utilities,
This
asking
is-
where the power comes in.
very convoluted, I think. So you have easements for sewer discharge that's going onto the other guy's
Underground.
property.
For overhead.
Yeah,
Underground.
the sewer, I believe it terminates, I'll have to check it, but into a stream. It probably flows on
Well-
several different.
Well, it's near that, the hotel also has a speedy discharge down there too. And if Brant had gone along with this project, that would have a speedy discharge there too.
So it's like their own little mini sewer.
And there was a problem recently with the discharge, out of the, truck stop. I
Yeah, but they
remember reading
didn't,
something,
they didn't really have anywhere to go to except from the wetlands.
yeah,
Whereas this has gravity fall.
right.
It's gravity
But
fall.
they were not compliant with what was being discharged.
Hmm.
It was not processed properly.
Well, they're putting a whole new system in.
It's a different system.
I think let's see what else is here. Let's just, landscaping. Okay, just more details.
You've been, DOT already, or for 9W and curb cuts?
We do have, we did contract with the traffic people. Do you know what they've been, yes, we have. Yeah, there's sheets there, sorry,
I
toward the
read
end
that
of
one
this.
thing, but I wasn't sure if that was DOT, or somebody just
We,
planned this.
did we do stage 1 or 2 with them? Do you remember? Yeah. Okay. It is something we know we have to do if we haven't done it already. We contracted with VHB. I don't know if you're familiar with them or not, but that's what we're using for the traffic study and
Okay.
the DOT stuff.
Go to self fuel. Okay. Anybody else want to see this? No?
No, I'm looking at
Oh, okay, I want to see the full size print.
it.
I was curious about the traffic flow for your business there. Yeah, that one side, cross hatched out, emergency vehicle only. How does that work? That's on one of these maps.
There was arrows on the one site plan there.
This one.
So that says emergency vehicles only there?
Yeah, is there a physical barrier or something?
Yeah, right.
You just hope people.
I think the
don't go that
trucks
way.
that come in, we don't want the big,
Trucks are going this way.
right.
But the people that are using this, they have to go back out this way.
Yeah, that's.
I just didn't know why they weren't allowed to come out
That's
here.
Yeah, do they say anything on the traffic sheets?
Which one would do that?
It's toward the end there. I think there's 3 traffic circulation sheets toward the end.
It's,
Yeah, maybe possibly. Any
Vehicle
additional? Yeah, nothing on that sheet or about, there's like 1 or 2 more sheets there, but that's a good question. I'll have to find that out. But why you even
so
say
it
that?
looks like they're,
Well, the big trucks are going this way, but for some reason, there's the cars and the traffic. for
oh, yeah,
gas pumps.
right, yeah.
Instead of having a flow going through, they have them doubling back.
Yeah, that was discussed when.
And I don't know, I just didn't know
the
what the
first time it
reasoning
came. Yeah,
why,
I don't know if there was ever a reason given.
to make it emergency vehicle
Yeah,
only.
maybe
Maybe
that
they're
many
trying to
semis
keep as
driving
much
through
traffic
That it's gonna block, there can't be that many semis
over this
driving
big
through.
entrance.
No, that's gonna affect the car.
Yeah.
It's not, the wells are in the back, septic systems, the trucks wouldn't be going, cars wouldn't be going over that.
Yeah.
That is
Sometimes DOT will put strange requirements on there if it's too close to like another exit or something. I'm not sure it came from them, but I took it down as a
It's
note.
up to you guys, I mean, but.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna find out why that's
It's gonna
there.
stop somebody from going.
No, I know.
And to me, traffic flow, this flow in and out,
Mhm.
but have them going out that way and coming in, that's instead of mixing here.
Oh, it makes sense, and I'll have to find that out.
So the semis are not meant to back in at all. They're coming straight in and they're backing up and coming out, right? There's no way they can
Yes.
back into those spaces.
Looks pretty tight there unless, yeah, I don't think they can pull there and back in. So, yeah, no, looks like they're pulling straight in and backing out and going out that way.
Okay, we'll move it along. On the wastewater, do you have information on that, system that's there that you can forward to,
Yes, we
Right,
just,
man.
Yes, we just got that, last week when, the previous owner stopped in. He had it with
Okay.
me right there, actually.
Because it sounds like he's looking for that.
We did just get that,
Yeah.
so I'll forward that on.
So this is brand new, unused,
That's what it seems to be,
and the line makes it all the way down to that Kasaki
yeah.
waterway that they say, okay. Because in here, the guy's asking about having it cambered to make sure that that's still in good shape.
With the line going down through?
Yeah, that's what the CBTT camera
Yeah, it sounds like,
inspection,
I don't,
make
yeah,
sure the waistline is physically there and intact.
it going underneath your bed, your bioretention bed. It's gotta be going underneath of that. And I,
Should be cambered after the construction, make sure it's still good.
we'll have to pothole to verify the elevation of it too.
we did just send someone out there to capture those elevations like recently, so that we're gonna update that on you guys too, because we're gonna move that pipe if we have to.
Okay.
Yeah, we knew about that.
Okay, so got quite a bit of work doing that. On some of the miscellaneous general stuff, this here caught my eye. The zoning table on the cover sheet shows the required setback of 40 feet where the commercial zone, well, I know Frank will verify that, 50 feet, right?
I'm pretty sure.
You know about that.
What part are they looking?
So we had
at setback?
40 feet shown, and it's actually 50 feet
Yeah,
for the setback. That's a
Well,
front
it would be
setback
on,
we're talking about.
And our zoning table, cover sheet.
I can pull it up if you want.
Okay.
Which is on, obviously on these prints. I guess Creighton Manning has a copy of these.
Yes, they should have.
Okay.
And what,
Like I say,
yeah,
this is
looks like we're
all in that
setback.
memorandum that you have.
Right, yep.
So,
Which, huh?
Is it gonna push back?
We didn't actually say we were over set, we might be, but I think that we just recorded the
maybe-
wrong number in the table.
Maybe, yeah.
So
that's
maybe
just
we're
it.
not over it.
I
we
don't,
just-
I'm not, he didn't indicate that you were,
Okay.
but,
This setback, right?
Mm-hmm.
he just wanted to correct it on the zoning table, so it made
Right,
sure
so
that
hopefully the building is not over the setback, we just wrote the wrong setback down the table. Is what it
possibly,
sounds
yeah,
like, and
yeah.
we'll update that.
He's quite a long list of smaller stuff. I don't think anything significant, but it needs to be addressed, so. Grading and drating, is there no, indicators of where your runoff's gonna go from your roof, et cetera?
We could look, there's a
You
drainage
remember which one, which
plan
sheet
is
that
toward
is?
the end.
Utility,
Should be, where is
Yeah,
utility?
you have an underground utility plan or?
It would be on the utility plan, but no, there's a stormwater plan, I think, to answer the question about the roof leaders.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm thinking that that it wasn't on
Oh, maybe
that stormwater plan.
he should, no, I think he should have this, what's the date on this? I think this is before December 6th. I think we would have sent him this,
What's the date on that?
or what does it
This
say?
is,
It says revised October 1st,
That's
2024,
the
the stormwater.
that, yeah.
That one, okay, I'll have this. So, is that grading or is that stormwater?
This
plan?
is the grading stormwater
Yeah.
plan.
Okay, so if we
Because
go
here you got your
show
retention
anything,
treatment centers.
do we gotta call out any roof?
So what he's looking for leaders to go from here to here,
Okay,
right? And that,
Yeah, well, where was it?
from the canopy to the
Yeah, there
system.
was canopy and I'm
As
sure
opposed to running over top of the ground.
Yeah,
having
and
leaders
I'm not
underground.
sure about the roof order for the building too.
Okay.
So, like I say, he's detailed all this stuff in his memorandum here, so.
Here, the building itself has under drain and stone tied into roof leaders. But the canopy doesn't, that's what that was referring to.
and we should
Yeah.
call that out, 'cause it does have drains that go down the
Tied
columns.
into roof leaders. Okay, but where are the roof leaders going?
right here, down. And
Oh,
this in
okay, all
there.
right, okay.
I think in your letter there, that they're calling this.
Oh, the
this
canopy.
Canopy roof doesn't have anything.
Okay,
It's gonna have them built in, but the problem is they're spilling out over the pavement as opposed to
so everybody,
having leaders going over to the treatment.
everybody go ice skate,
Which actually doesn't have to go to the treatment center, it can go straight to these.
possibly.
That's
If
what
they have-
they should do, they
if
should do
have-
that.
If they have elevation enough, so they don't freeze
Mhm.
in the winter, you know? Trouble if they're not below frost and
Right,
have a pitch on them, they're gonna freeze up in the winter.
What's the distance between the canopy and the building?
No, scale it off, I don't know.
Like 40, 50 feet maybe.
No, it's gotta be more than that.
Yeah,
Your parking spaces are
They're 20, well, probably we might have them at 18, because I see a comment on that.
50s, 50 plus.
that's a long run.
Yeah, here it is, the roof leaders for this store have been shown. Assume the roof leaders for the canopies will spill onto the asphalt.
So we don't want that, so I got a note, well, I don't have to have a note, he wrote it down,
Yeah.
so,
all here.
yeah.
Like I say, he's got a whole list of stuff detailed there.
So what we will do is we will jump on these, comments and turn on around responses up, response letter like we usually do, update the drawings accordingly, and then, I don't know, get that back in front of you again, or wait for their comments to come back and then get that back in front of you.
Yeah, it's gotta be some back and forth.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't have this, I'm sorry.
well, I do get 100 emails a day.
Yeah, yeah.
And half of them are
Yeah,
spam.
I know it.
It's possible I missed it, not saying you didn't.
Yeah.
Send things, but I did not see it. But,
What I was thinking was we'd, review the application
Mhm.
and, look through the EAF.
Is there any reason why we would approve it? Yeah.
Well, I talked to Skip, and he said he didn't think we should, declare a neg deck on, even if we were happy with it, until we get, what I'd like to do is accept the application, maybe with a condition that all these things are met. That way we can go ahead out, send out
The letters.
our lead agency letters and get people notified so we get it in motion. And we won't, won't make any determination on it, EAF, but it'd be good to look through it. So, if everybody's agreeable to that, we'll approach it like that. Okay. All right. Good looking at things like that. All right.
Let's see that, so put it down.
Are we done for today, or are we?
We're not done.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we'll go through this and,
Okay.
like I said, our intention is to, I mean, unless you want to sit for a little bit, while we,
I'm okay,
look through it, and if we had a question,
absolutely.
okay. Because our intention is to get through, and,
I don't have that.
accept the application, so we can,
Great.
We have to have.
okay.
No, I didn't have one.
Oh, are you missing something?
We was talking about reviewing the application. We don't have a copy of the application.
We have the,
I thought we were reviewing the environmental assessment form today.
Oh,
on the
okay.
Application.
Is it in the back of that?
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether sometimes they're tied together.
It wasn't on there, no.
This is all EAF.
yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
We'll go through this.
yeah,
It was,
Did I email it? I just didn't print it out.
I'm sorry. but we can go through this, you know.
The email I pulled it from is, I'm pretty sure this is the one, October, is that it? Or not, different one? No, different one.
Where am I thinking this? Oh, yeah. Well, at any rate, we'll go through the EAF.
Do we have the application?
I have everything right here. I'm not sure exactly what you guys are looking for. Here's the column.
Okay, here.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
2552 Route
The
9.
EAF, how they, she looked.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, yeah. I would guess all this, addresses, et cetera.
Yeah.
I'm on part one. I was gonna go through that, just look through it quick. Okay. State agencies that we need to notify, we'll probably add on to what you've got here. See, you got DEC,
No, wait.
Corps, you sent something about Corps of Engineers also, don't we?
Route 9.
Do you want copies of this?
That's the applicant. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I left it up for
There's
you.
not a lot for us to review on that, but, you know, I just want to, you know. We'd probably do Department of Health, DOT,
Ornamentals on here,
yeah,
DEC's on here.
Corps of Engineers,
I don't know what that one is.
what is NYSOPR?
Historical? New
That
York
might-
State Office of,
Historical Preservation?
Oh,
It's
SHPO.
either that or archaeological.
Yeah, okay, I was kind of thinking that. I can't think of all the words.
I know.
It's all letters.
It's the Office of Parks, Recs, and Historic Preservation.
Okay,
yeah, they changed it.
once a year they change
It
it.
used to be SHPO, yeah.
Yeah,
At any rate, but we would, also be, I think Corps of Engineers, we usually send a lead agency letter out to also. On most of the big projects we've done.
Yeah.
Definitely DOT,
yeah.
so. All right,
Doesn't, New York State DEC have the, responsibility to send to Army Corps? Legally, they're supposed to,
oh yeah, I don't know how that,
but do they do it? That's the question.
I'm thinking we generally sent one to
Yeah.
Corps of Engineers.
You might be better if we just send it, because I remember we had a project and DEC forgot to send it, which created a problem.
Okay, Coxsackie Athens School District, Green County Sheriff's, multiple fire districts. Total acreage, does this jive with your big map, 4.1 acres?
That's all it for both properties?
Yes. Okay.
For both properties?
That seems small. It's just 4.1 acres?
Yeah, they're only utilize
Who
them,
might,
yeah. Total number of structures, 3, okay. We've got the big building, the canopy, and we've got small accessory building with her.
Those are 3 structures. 3 structures, two canopies.
Oh, there's 2 canopies.
There's one for
Oh, that's
the
right, in the back too,
Yeah.
okay, all right. Thanks, April.
Yeah, sorry.
That's no problem.
I'm gonna, okay.
seen that.
I don't know what that is. I mean, you can be making corrections to some of this, if you suggest something like, under, where is he, was action you use to create new demand for water, where you say yes, you got hashtag.
Is that what's there?
Yeah.
It says
I'm
hashtag.
pretty sure that you meant to type 3,300.
What we got up here?
Pound, 9.
Okay.
You have that on your copy?
I didn't bring a copy of that with me, but that's fine, I can take
Page,
a note.
just page 5,
Okay.
there under,
Yeah, make a note, page 5C. You'll see it.
Wait, only 1.2 acres of impervious surface altogether, huh?
Well, that's probably just the
They're probably figuring,
paving and the.
probably
the building.
figuring the canopy overlapping the pavement. You know,
Oh, yeah, you would
You
double
add- you
count
would
that.
double, right, yeah,
Right.
double down on it, yeah.
there's still a lot of land left on that.
Yeah, yeah,
property.
surprisingly,
There's a
yeah.
lot of property.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it doesn't seem like 4 acres would go that
Yeah.
far.
Accommodate
Yeah, yeah.
all of that, but then the well's not on that property and,
Yeah, but that really wouldn't take up any space. You're
Yeah.
not gonna get the offset from the septic, you know, so. It's part one, we need part two for us, right? Huh? You have a part two?
I think you're right, I think that's for you.
Huh?
I think that's for you to fill out.
Sorry, what's that?
I think that's
But
the
you
part
said-
you fill out.
Yeah, I know, I'm looking
Yeah.
for it.
Oh, yeah.
oh, okay. That's okay. No, it's been a while.
Was it in the application?
The volume of gas says 30,000 gallons a year. That's it?
No. No, must be a
Unless I'm reading it wrong.
week. Did you know? You got two 15,000 gallon tanks, right?
Yeah, there's two 15,000 gallon underground fiberglass tanks, but before that, it says the volumes is
It's
30,000
okay, I'm
gallons
not
per
sure.
unit
I
time all year.
I thought it would be with
30,000
the,
gallons
with
tank.
the,
No.
Total tank.
application.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be.
So
Wait,
Tanks.
the stormwater,
That's the bulk total storage.
Yeah, good.
that's back there. Your stormwater runoff goes into retention ponds. And where do retention ponds go to?
Part
I have
one.
to look, we have a stormwater engineering doing all that. I could flip through this sheet and.
Well, because I mean, over here it says proposed plan stormwater, you plan on, will run off the adjacent properties. Eventually, it
Is
does.
that what it says in there?
That's okay. We'll see if it's,
So I know the
Stormwater
ground
runoff be
didn't work.
directed management. You have that on-site stormwater management sheet flow, diaphragm, pre-treatment, you got all pre-treatment, got all that, but the retention ponds usually are
Is it
just,
something I would have like?
they don't retain it forever. I mean, there's always a slow bleed off
Right,
going
and
somewhere.
that property did not perk well at all, that's why they have those sand filters, so it may just, the retention ponds may just be sized for the 100-year storm, and then anything over that might just go, but I can get you that.
Oh, you're not slow bleed out, you know what I mean?
Well, the camp perk is on play there.
Water.
Yep, this is, traffic, and so it's coming, it's one of these sheets. What does that say? That's grading, I think. That looks like maybe stormwater. Pre-treatment swell. 8-inch wide rigid pavement over.
I'm like, where this goes from here, and that's gonna flow down.
Yeah,
Top trees.
6-inch perforated underground. Okay, looks like he's trying to perforate as much water into the ground as he can. And then,
No, the discharge.
it overflows.
There's a ravine over there. kind of between, there's a parking lot that comes over from the,
Yeah, but from a retention pond, it's gotta go somewhere, it doesn't just disappear.
I know, but there's a ravine that comes over, there's a parking lot that comes over from the hotel. And then there's kind of a, like a ravine that goes down to there somewhat, not deep.
Okay, daylight's out.
Yeah,
down
but
there.
I'm just, but it, that's why we haven't really had a chance to look at these maps, I don't know where, I gotta believe Skip, the designated engineer there, Craig Manning, will be addressing that.
Mhm.
He did have some stormwater comments, and I can't get you the answer to these things, but.
Did you find one?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
pulling the top out right now.
I mean,
We don't-
it's
we
just a
just need to- we
checkbox,
just need to
so
go
it says
through it, you know,
no,
see something.
yes.
We'll go through
You
it.
fill it out though.
Huh?
Okay,
Yeah, well, yeah, okay, do you wanna start? Yeah, sorry.
I'm just putting the name on it so it doesn't get lost.
Oh, right, yeah. Good idea.
Great.
Anything else step out for on this part two, or the part one, anything else? I'm sure, like I say, I'm sure Craig Manning's looked it over. But,
Okay, there's that, Robbie.
Great, thanks. Yeah, and I apologize, April, for not coming,
No, it's okay.
noticing that wasn't there. So boy, we got the Northern Harrier in here,
I saw that.
huh? He gets around.
Does he?
Yeah, look at this.
I didn't get that far yet.
Yeah. Where the hell did I just? Right here. How did they figure the Northern Harrier? What's he hanging out in the thruway now?
I guess I know where else to go.
The other piece of land in
You wanna tell them
Creston
about
is
that, or-
literally on the
Huh?
other side.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that far away.
DC's gonna handle that?
Well,
This
we'll
is
send
just
out a
what
lead
the
agency
EAF
letter
map
then.
puts-
Gotta find 4 acres.
What makes, you obviously put this in here.
What's the question, sorry?
The Northern Harrier, they have listed as an endangered species?
So now these things are electronic, we type in
I
the
was just
address,
gonna
and
say, you type in
it
the
comes
address
back
and
and
the
tells
EAF
us
mapper
what's.
just fills it in.
Yeah, so whether or not that's really on that property, it just.
I don't, I just can't imagine because most of it's what
It's already
Bill
been
Brandt's already
developed.
been done,
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
so
It's probably just in general area, it could be here, but not,
you wouldn't wanna know what a previous project just went through.
no.
Yeah,
It's still,
Still, yeah,
yeah.
it's, over the top, but.
Well, is the DEC gonna do that to them?
I don't think there's enough, opportunity for the Harrier to, I mean, okay, cause it's in this area, I think that's basically what they're saying.
DC's still gonna have to,
Well, they're gonna get lead agency letter, and they're gonna be able to advise the project,
I know,
and they can get back to us.
I know, yeah,
That's
that's
not
what I'm
what
saying, is
Well, not,
you should be aware.
So not many trees. in
no, they don't use trees.
there.
No, they're a grassland,
Oh,
Get your brush hog out.
yeah.
okay.
Well, they didn't impose any restrictions on the grant project,
No,
so,
they had moved in by then.
The mapper didn't exist.
Yeah.
Then this software didn't exist then,
oh, it did,
not like this, not like it is now.
yeah.
Lost my paper. Only in New York.
Yeah,
Any, more comments on the part one? Okay. Want to just, I'll go through part two and then we'll just check the application before we vote on it. Okay. Okay, this is part two of the EAF. We'll run through this, things, stands out, just holler out. Proposed action, create a material conflict with an adapted land use plan or zoning regulation? No. No. Will proposed action result in a change or use or intensity of use of land? No. Will proposed action impair the character or quality of existing community? No. Will proposed action have an impact or create CEA? No. Will proposed action result in adverse change in existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass transit, biking or walkway?
Well, traffic it will,
But
but
I wouldn't say it's adverse.
no, it's not happening.
Okay. Will proposed action cause an increase in use of energy and fails to incorporate reasonably available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities? No. Proposed action impact existing wastewater and water supplies? Well, they get their own, so. Won't affect them then.
That question's,
Kind of foolish.
Yeah.
Well, if in some projects, maybe not.
public, private water supplies.
Yeah.
Of course it's going to.
Well, I don't know. Anyway, I put no.
Okay.
Will proposed action impair the character or quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources? No. Will proposed action result in an adverse change in natural resources? No. Proposed action result in an increase in the potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage problems? No. Proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources or human health? No. I'm not gonna do a motion on this to create a negative declaration because skip advice. Wait till we,
Yeah.
our lead agency's letters come back. So,
But they're both done.
yeah, if you wanna put this in with her,
Yeah.
okay.
Just put a note on there that they've both been reviewed. Okay. But we need to do a resolution, a motion.
Okay, site plan, just go through this. Before we accept it.
Do we have the easements attached to this?
Well, we're gonna, all the easements are gonna be in the final map.
Okay, but, okay, it says attach a copy of current deed and any easements affecting property. If we don't have those attached, we should note that they're not attached. Don't you think?
The final deed is supposed to reflect
Mm-hmm.
the combination of the parcels. And we can put that in our, when we do a motion to
Mhm.
accept the application, there's a lot of, too many lists, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because it says current deed and any easements affecting property. So we're going to accept this
With conditions,
with the conditions that these have not been yet received.
okay? Well, there's many conditions.
Yeah, I know.
If everybody's agreeable, though, I'd like to make a motion to accept the application so that we can move forward. But with the conditions, April, hopefully this will be on the record,
Yeah.
that this application accepted with the conditions that, the site, the two parcels are supposed to be combined.
Mhm.
And, I guess basically we'll just say that, all the engineering reports have to be, I'm trying to think how to word it.
Completed and reviewed by the towns.
Well, we have to make that, our town designated engineer
Mm-hmm. We don't have one.
happy.
Yeah, we have one.
Yeah, Craig Manning's been doing it,
Right.
yeah. But I mean,
So-
but he has a lot of points here,
Yes.
and there are too many. to-
So we need compliance with all of the items identified by the engineer.
Okay,
That's normally how.
And all of
Yeah, I
this,
know,
yeah.
right. But I just wanted to put that in there, so we hear a motion to accept the application with the conditions?
Do you want to go Did you go through the whole application?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, I looked through it, I'm sorry,
All right.
did everybody?
Yeah.
okay. A motion to approve
To accept.
or accept the site plan special use permit application for the proposed gas station and convenience store, 12552 Route 9W, Baltimore, with the following conditions.
Well, you're gonna have to, maybe we should just put with conditions, because there's so many of them on this engineer's report. If you,
Yeah, well, yeah, okay,
okay, with conditions. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
I have a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries, so we accept the application. We'll get the lead agency letters out this coming week. And they have 30 days. I don't know when our next date of our, what are you thinking your timeline will be on? Are we looking?
Yeah, I got
We looking
next
at
month's gonna be tough, I would say for sure, if not next month, the one after for sure.
maybe we should just figure on February meeting then?
Right, unless you guys, plan on being here next month anyways for other items or.
well, will you have all of these issues addressed by
Right.
February?
By February, yeah,
But by January?
that's gonna be tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the
So I
holidays
think
in there.
February.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll just figure, we'll get the lead agencies out, letters out, and they'll have plenty of time to respond. And, then we'll just figure coming back in, hopefully, Skip from Creighton Manning is,
It'll give us time to
Yeah.
go back and forth.
yeah, if you guys would correspond, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thank you, have a great evening.
Okay, onward and upward. Okay, I'm real happy with Creighton Manning, so
Yeah,
it looked like they're
the itemized.
really thorough.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it looked like it was well, they missed
It's
the
well
thing.
written.
Yeah,
Easy to follow,
yeah, yeah,
which is important.
okay. We have a couple miscellaneous resolutions to do. ZBA went along with the Castleman's solar project out on
Hillcrest Road.
Hillcrest Road, yep. So I'll read this, just do motion, so that's done. Okay, whereas Castleman Solar representing David Mancini wishing to construct a ground mount solar array on parcel bearing tax map 14.00-3-17.1 at 426 Hillcrest Road, Hannah, New York, submitted a building permit application to the building department for placement of a ground mounted solar array, 29.63 kW DC2 ground tier ground mounted solar array, which measures 1,629.56 square feet in size. First application was presented to the planning board on October 10, 2024, regular meeting, where it was denied and referred to the zoning board of appeals to request a variance. And whereas the zoning board of appeals heard the request for a variance on November 6, 2024 meeting, and whereas the required notice of public hearing held on December 4th, 2024, with members of the public offering no comment. And whereas after discussion by the members of the town of New Baltimore zoning board of appeals at its December 4th, 2024 regular monthly meeting, it was determined that this action be granted a negative declaration for the purpose of secra. Whereas that the David Mancini variance application be approved with no conditions, and whereas was referred back to the planning board for final approval, it was resolved that the David Mancini variance application be approved with no conditions.
Okay, motion to approve the resolution.
I got one thing to say before we go too further here.
Yep.
I mean, because I think this required a site plan, and because this is the second time here,
Mhm.
do you have the site plan to attach this to?
Did you want to see it again?
No, not that I want to see it again, that she actually has one still. Because
Well, it was
April's new,
Huh?
Yeah,
and I assume it's going to the same location.
Yeah, it's exactly the same, nothing's changed.
They had it for the public hearing.
Okay, they have that.
I have,
All right,
I have everything here.
We looked at it before when it came in.
we looked at it the first time, but I just wanted to make sure because this is, we're approving a site plan
Yeah, true.
and we don't have one in front of us.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're basing it on what the ZBA did.
Is there a site plan in the ZBA folder?
This is the folder.
Oh, okay,
What, you thinking of change or
I
something?
have it.
No, I just want to make sure that we got one,
Oh,
yeah.
I think it's the big
because
folder.
we're not seeing it.
Good point.
is it chilling here, isn't it?
No, it is.
Okay,
I have 2 layers I'm going under, so I'm prepared for this place.
me too. It's chilling.
Yeah.
This time of day, yeah.
I think that probably went off again. Oh, here it goes.
Yeah.
The lights usually flip when it
So
goes
are
on.
we, this doesn't even mention
Want me to help?
Yes,
site plan approval.
well, this is just, the ZBA has, approved it, so we're just the formality. You know what I mean? I'm not sure we even need to do this.
This is, looks like this is about all we have.
Um, here's the array, right?
Yeah, this is all we have in
No,
here.
what's that?
Oh.
Oh, it's building.
Ray's out here,
Yeah, it's way in the back.
way in the back.
Okay.
That's, I remember that.
Okay. Oh, we got one. We got a site.
We have 4 or 5 copies of it.
Okay, now I got my bearings, because here's the pond. Right,
Okay, all right.
All right.
okay, so,
A
Anne Marie made a
motion,
motion.
a motion to approve the David Mancini
Variance.
variance for the ground mount solar array on 426 Hillcrest Road, Hampshire, New York.
Your second,
I'll second it.
Bobby second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries, so they're done, they can do their thing. Okay, here's that. Did you do a resolution for the lot line adjustment?
I did, it's in
Yeah,
the, it's
it's
the
in
very
the back.
last page on that.
Oh, okay, I got it, sorry.
Forever.
Yeah,
Oh, that's,
Tiny, tiny
what's
plot line.
that?
yeah, I don't know.
I'm just like, I think this guy just seems to us at the end.
Is it copyright there? Okay.
Oh, here it is, yes.
Yeah.
Resolution.
Okay, I'll just read it.
Did,
This is for the lot line adjustment, and the lawyer says they finally got both deeds. This is drug on forever.
Yes,
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm wrong, 21.
yeah.
That's when I first came.
Yeah, I know it, and then they dropped the ball on it, and then they didn't get together on it, and finally this is done, my God. Whereas Richard Monington wishing to obtain an additional 0.01 acre of land from Elias Alexandros Caceros to be added to portion of land owned on the western boundary line at 65 Washington Avenue in the town of Baltimore, submitted an application for altered lot line at the September 9th, 2021 planning board meeting. And whereas required maps and deeds reflecting the acreage change were submitted at the December 12th, 2024 planning board meeting, therefore be it resolved, the planning board does hereby approve the maps and deeds for filing in Greene County Clerk's office.
Okay, a motion to accept,
Lot line adjustment,
the lot line adjustment for
Mine.
Richard Monington.
Richard Monington.
You're a second?
I'll second it.
Lee second, all in favor?
I,
Motion carries, okay. Another thing off our backs, finally. So also do that.
say I got him.
Okay, we have, two, sets of minutes to approve. I know the one there I hadn't read last, meeting, so we put it off. So I'd like, if everybody's okay, with it, make a motion to approve the minutes from the October 10th, 2024 planning board meeting. The motion,
A motion to accept the Town of Baltimore Planning Board meeting held on October 10th, 2024.
Second.
move to second it?
Yeah.
Frank second it, okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay,
And then we have
like to,
November, a motion to accept, everyone's fine with the minutes?
I read them, well,
I read
early before meeting.
All right, I just want.
That's why I seconded it.
okay, well,
A motion to
Wait,
accept the
too late.
Town of Baltimore Planning Board monthly meeting minutes from the November 14th, 2024 meeting.
Second.
second again by Frank, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay. I guess that, did I miss anything?
Does that bring us up to speed on minutes?
Well, what we
Any
did on a lot of them is we took a lot of, because they don't need to be verbatim. Took a lot of the, previous planning board reports, which we had, and put them out as draft. And I guess that covers the basis, you know?
I'm not sure when you guys would wanna vote on all of those.
Well, I
There's
just
a
said,
lot of
did we
them.
get copies? I don't remember.
No,
getting
not
copies.
yet. I just saw them up today myself. So I, that wasn't me. I
So
think
they're in
Kelly took
draft
care of it.
form.
They're in
up
draft
on-
form up on the website, but they still have to be approved by you
Yes.
guys. I just didn't
I
wanna
just
come
wanna
in
make
like
sure we had
10,
to get that
5
wrapped up,
minutes.
because that was a concern, right?
Yeah, but we'd have to have dates, so I think it's gonna take a little time to get all that in order.
Right. I wasn't given any instruction on that
Yeah,
yet,
okay.
so I didn't bring
Let
it to you
me,
guys.
Let me pursue that a little bit.
Okay.
And, I'm not sure the best way to handle all that.
I don't know.
Well, basically, they've used the summary
Yes,
provided,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that should be,
well, legally,
yeah.
I'm told that
Mhm.
covers.
yes. So that would mean we'd still have to
You guys
approve
just
them.
have to, I think, yeah, but I wasn't told yet what to do about that, so I didn't wanna throw a bunch of minutes at you guys.
And, next week I'll get together with you on these lead agency letters.
Okay, I put them in there so you can go over them if you want and see if there's anybody else you want to
Yeah.
send them to, or,
I have to sign them and send them
yeah,
out.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure, you know, I need to do that. Approve them,
No,
because I don't know if I,
No, they look, yeah.
okay.
Must we come up with a, am I missing anything?
Just the Bristol Manor thing that expired out, Bob wanted to
Grant?
make sure that was
The
covered,
grant
or the
project?
thing.
It's expired, his building permit.
I
Well, the
was,
building
assumed
permits are long since
it's
expired.
right.
2017.
So I don't know, I'd have to assume that the.
I
you know,
requested that prior to seeing what, all
Oh,
that
his whole,
documentation?
right, his whole thing,
yeah,
Okay,
because I wanted to, you know,
Make
with
sure
them
it
buying their
wasn't-
land,
right.
I wasn't sure what utilities that they were
Okay.
proposing to put through
Do we
for the
have,
assisted living, but Robbie says they already put all the utilities in.
so there are, the building inspector should have the approvals for everything that was put in. I think that's important. to-
I have CCs right here
Well,
for
see,
the,
now the electric never got hooked. I don't think the electric ever got hooked up.
But you still, when
I
you
mean,
run
we
it,
put, everything was all put in and they did inspections, you know.
yeah, so that information should be available for this project if they're using any. if
But they're not gonna,
using-
they're not gonna use any, that's all.
They're using the well, so
Well,
that,
I just had a letter from Mr. Brandt saying what happened,
yeah,
you know, it's like
Well,
his
he
project fell through, sorry. Anything, or, you know,
yeah.
what's he
to
thinking, what's he
end it,
planning?
just to.
Just
Yeah, was he
just
trying to
fine.
So
market
the
it?
septic system was
Maybe.
approved, and we have letters documented, the building inspector,
Yeah, I have a CC for the septic.
okay, and the water.
I'm not
The
sure.
wells have been approved by Department of Health.
Well,
I'm not sure.
I wouldn't say so.
Okay, I'm just thinking of this these people who have these
Well,
easements to
that's
use
why-
them, you know, they
Well,
need,
That was part of, in the memorandum from, Creighton Manning,
okay.
that they have to have
I
a
saw
force on.
some, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything about,
There is also CC for, a water storage kind of
mhm,
building.
yeah.
Now, I'm
And those are
surprised
the
that they're
only two, I think,
saying the
that,
wells were marginal, because that area has artesian wells all over the place.
Well, should they not also have copies of the reports from the person who drilled the wells?
Well, I'm sure they do, but
Okay.
whether Bill's kept them or not. I'm pretty sure Clabrack Pump did all the work on it, you know, and they're still
it
around.
could be in this
Yeah.
spot.
I know, I just
don't
wrote a big
know to
check,
look for.
unfortunately.
Should we, end this meeting?
I'm just trying to think if there's, anything else that I've overlooked? I guess not.
I think so.
So do we hear a motion to?
A motion to close the December 12th,
Before we do, I have an announcement. I am resigning from the board, so I just wanted to get that on record. Okay.
but we don't have to accept that, do we, Rob?
I don't think we get a vote.
I have
Are you making a motion?
I tell you,
Sorry to hear that.
yeah, I tell you, your expertise
It's that time.
has, been greatly appreciated. And your help, you know, and,
Well, thank you for that.
and
Well,
so,
I still don't accept it, but. Okay, a motion to close the December 12th, 2024 planning board meeting for the town of New Baltimore.
I'll
Second?
second it.
Aye.
they kill everything. Yeah,